Let's react to this! Yay!
White blood cells kill germs and viruses. Some cute baby-looking cells heal the body, some control the brain, and some are responsible for reproduction. It begins with a red blood cell carrying oxygen to other cells, when suddenly the skin breaks and a deadly virus enters the body. It says, "This body is amazing, there's lots of food here," and attacks the red blood cell. That's when a white blood cell grabs the virus and chops it into pieces. After eliminating them, leader of white blood cells Blanca informs the center. While Rena is amazed by their skills, Blanca asks, "Why were you staring?" She says nothing. "I just want to thank you for saving us." He says that's our job. However, the bacteria won't give up easily. He promised to return soon. Next day, Rena's finding a way to lungs to deliver some CO2, but ends up in a wrong door, so informant tells her, "Right direction." Still she reaches to wrong entrance, and now she keeps running cluelessly to find right way. She opens one door and a woman says this is a spleen. Lady Rena says sorry, I lost my way. Next she reaches to lymphatic entrance and gets scolded for that. She apologizes and runs from there. After that she asks way to lungs from other red cells, and then with the help of map she reaches near a door, but nobody is around. She goes to knock the door, and just when she opens it, she's freezed to see the lung bacteria there. She closes it silently, but bacteria break out through the wall saying, "I'll kill you." She runs to save her life while he chases her. She stumbles on the way and bacteria starts to attack her, but Blanca appears on time. "You filthy germ, don't touch her." Bacteria says, "Catch me if you can," throwing his net towards him. Both are stuck inside the net while bacteria escape from there. Blanca tells her, "We need to catch him. Let's go," and runs to catch him, taking Rena along with him. Blanca tells her, "He's a lung bacteria. He will divide and spread in lungs, causing infection called pneumonia." Rena says, "So he's pneumococcus." He says, "Yeah, we need to stop him." She says, "By the way, I was heading to the lungs." He says, "But this is kidney." But then he runs saying, "We don't have much time. It's not just the lungs that are at risk. The bacteria can also escape to the blood vessels and travel to attack each organ and then finally attack the brain. It divide fast and can destroy the whole body in just 24 hours. He calls for help, but they say, "We don't have much white cells. Handle it yourself." Just then, Blanca's receptors detects bacteria's presence, and he says, "Good news, bacteria is nearby." He asks Rena, "Did you hear bacteria that time where he's heading to?" She says, "I remember him," looking at map for the way towards lungs. Blanca says, "Okay then, let's go to lungs." But Rena again takes a wrong way and on realizing, feels embarrassed. On reaching closer to lungs, Rena says, "This is so cool." Blanca says, "We gotta go," and they continue walking. On the way they meet and greet platelets. One of the platelets stops them. "We are doing some construction. The way is closed." They see platelets around a pile of Ca2 boxes, trying to reach there. They both think platelets are so cute and then says, "We can help you." They open the boxes for them. After finishing, they move in direction of lungs. Blanca says its strange receptor is still showing the presence of bacteria. It never acted this way. "We cannot see any bacteria nearby." Just then, Commander T-Cell flashes on big screen alerting everyone about the bacteria and that killer T-cells are on the way to deal with it. After a moment they see an army of T-cell marches there. Their leader commands them to kill the bacteria on sight. While Blanca tells Rena, "Let's get going," but T-Cell Commander calls her saying, "Aren't you scared? You are favorite food of pneumococcus bacteria since they crave nutrients and red blood cell carries them. So you might be its target." Blanca says they're just trying to scare you. Next they reach to the lungs. Blanca says nothing seems suspicious here. Bacteria hasn't invaded yet. Nima says, "Alright, I'll go and deliver CO2. Blanca says, "Be careful." He then look at his receptor which has stopped giving signal and he starts thinking, why? While T-cells are still in search of bacteria, Blanca talks with his boss about it. His white cell army talks with his boss about it. His white cell army also arrives. Meanwhile, Rena is looking for capillaries and lungs to deliver, but she gets confused seeing so many room number and don't know where to enter. There are so many capillaries. Just then her sensei appears and she cries for help. She explains that you just have to match the numbers to whichever door you need. She then leaves saying good luck and Nima says see you soon. Next she finds the room number and enters in. It's too quiet there. Just then she sees the box is getting torn and pneumococcus arises from there. She cries in shock and tries to run but gets stopped. He says, "Seriously, how stupid can you possibly be? You didn't even look inside the package you were delivering." She opens the door but sees other red blood cells coming there. She shuts door saying, "This room is occupied. Bacteria says you think you saved your friends. I will kill them after killing you." Just then, Blanca appears and says I can transmigrate to anywhere to reach our enemies. The instant Rena walked away, my receptor stopped going crazy, and that's how I figured out you were in that box this whole time. Bacteria says I'll not get killed after I've made so far, and runs away. Blanca follows him. Bacteria runs to kill a red blood cell carrying so much nutrients, but Blanca attacks him from behind. He goes to attack him closely, but Pneumococcus shields himself with powerful net. Rena also appears calling Blanca, but he tells her to stay back. This net is not like earlier one he used to escape, but this is more powerful to shield himself. Bacteria says, "Before I begin my all-out invasion, I want to torture you pathetic cells," and attacks. Blanca keeps dodges all of them. Rena starts crying. This is our end. Blanca says, "I got an idea. Head down that way." They enter inside a door and Bacteria follows them. White blood cell says, "Hey red blood cell, step further back." Bacteria walks toward them saying, "You gonna surrender now? I'm gonna tear you." He jumps to attack and land on red line. An alarm starts buzzing. Blanca pushes a red button and a process starts. He's captured inside a capsule. He hears a voice. Bacteria is captured. Bacterium disposal will now commence. Blanca takes out some tea from machine and says, "You cannot break that capsule." Bacteria says, "You used cheat tactics to capture me." Blanca asks Rena, "Are you fine?" She says, "Yeah," and he hands over her some tea, while Bacteria is taken away for disposal. Sitting there, they watch him being thrown towards bronchial tubes. They then dispose him inside a rocket. He cries, "Let me out." In next moment, calm down begins, and then he is taken out with high speed. Everyone watches it. Blanca says, "Bye-bye Bacterium," and then he gets destroyed. Next day, Rena is about to deliver nutrients to a cell, but she misses her way again. She sees the senior red cell and walks close to her. She knows she lost her way again, so she checks her map and says, "I'm going the same way." Just then, they hear a whistle sound and decide to check. It's the platelet at work. They admire them. Platelets are tiny cells in blood that stick together when blood vessels are damaged to cover the wound. They are about to climb a stairway and their leader asks them to be careful. She gently climbs it while the rest follows and they keep moving. When they made it down together, they cheer up after. They play with red blood cells, giving a peaceful environment. The clotting material drops from what their leader carries, and Rena picks it up for her. When she gives it to her, she happily says thank you. Then, she tells her team, "Let's wash our net here," and they did. Senior red cell tells Rena, "Let's head off to work," and she follows her in the skin. They see other red blood cells carrying oxygen. Rena says, "This place is so peaceful." Senior replies, "Yes, but be careful still." Rena asks why. She replies, "This vessel can get damaged easily." Suddenly, it shakes and they fall. Rena asks, "What's wrong?" She says, "Skin is reacting to something external, but not too bad this time." Just then they see fire burning. Rena gets scared. The fire created a big wound in the body. Breeze blows, Rena and others falling into the hole, but Blanca grabs Rena from landing in the wound. She asks what's going on. Blanca says, "The skin is wounded, so the blood vessel's wall broke, and now blood cells are being washed away. If we fall through this wound, we're finished." Afraid, Rena says, "Then we have to do something fast." He says, "Be quiet. The wound will be taken care of." Suddenly, a germ appears. Blanca, expecting this, but there are many more coming. These germs live on the skin and in pores. If it gets in through a wound, they can cause skin infections or food poisoning. Blanca and others panic as the germs charge at them. Blanca asks them to run while he fights them all alone. While running, Rena tells him to move over there to fight. He replies, "Will you just leave already?" Rena is worried he might get hurt, but she has to leave. Other cells see that the blood vessels are constricting, so they are confused about what happened. Rena and others rush out and inform them that there are germs around and everyone starts to run. Rena falls, but another cell helps her up. Again, some germs show up, claiming they'll hijack the body. They also plan to attack the red cells. As they try to escape through the venous valve, it refuses to open because it does not allow blood to flow backward. Rena struggles in between them and the germ stretches his hook to pick one of them. It was about to kill her when the white cells join the scene and slay it. Blood gushes out, and the white cells are all soaked in blood as they ask for the wounded area. The red cell tell them, and they leave immediately. Rena thinks they should be safe. Now while Blanca alone fights some germs as he slays one of them, his knife falls. One germ pins him to the wall with his hook, thinking Blanca can't move again. However, he breaks one of his hook and stab him with it. He wonders why they attack him there instead of going deeper into the body. He receives a call to help one white cell in dangerous situation. Blanca rushes over there at the wounded area in the skin. White cells fight to protect two red cells. Later he asks them to run. When they think it's over, one germ says don't relax yet. More of us are coming. Then, they appear. At the same time, more white cells arrive, while some slip into the wound. Blanca asks them to use their protein to stick to blood vessel walls and he fights with the germs. The germ leader mocks them, saying they fight to protect other cells, but no one ever comes to help them. She claims she's done a lot of research and knows so much about the body defense system, and that the white cells are the first to receive signal if bacteria enters the body through a wound, as other defense cells don't arrive until later. So if she's able to take out the cells there, she will have the upper hand. The fight begins and Blanca almost falls into the wound thinking he's run out of energy. She tries to stab him with her hook but he blocks her. She's surprised where he's got the energy from again. Blanca tells her not to look down on the body defense cell as they happen to be powerful helpers to white blood cells. The platelets appear and salute white cells for their hard work and begin working to stop the wound from bleeding. While they stick together, white cells get rid of the germs on their way, and they made their way to the wound. With their blood clotting materials ready, they close up the wound with the blood net, successfully clotting the wound. This will stop germs from multiplying and make it easy for white blood cells to get rid of the germs. Germ leader is shocked to see this. The white blood cells begin attacking them. Seeing it's only their leader left, he flies to where she is and slays her in no time. He falls back to the blood net and the platelets praise him for his hard work. Meanwhile, Rena has been looking for Blanca. When she sees him, she's happy he made it alive. He asks about other red cells and she says they are coming later. I just want to see you first. Blanca wonders why she has to then. She says, "Thank you seriously." He replies, "No need to thank me. We are just doing our jobs." She disagrees, saying, "I actually come to thank you for fighting so hard to protect other cells and the blood vessel while all red cells do is to run away." He replies, "That's not true. You guys have also been very helpful today." Relieved, she asks, "Why haven't you moved since I came?" Then she realizes she's stuck too. Other red cells are also glued together and get trapped in the blood net. This is to make the clot stronger and thicker, fully sealing the wound. Blanca says they'll have to stay like that for about 3 days until the clot dries. Then we see a naive T cell is on petrol checking inside the body, though he's not sure what the body part is because he sees no cell there. As he moves scarily, especially when he hears a sound out of fear, he accidentally hits a container making a sound that attracts a zombie cell. And before he knows, more appears, and he almost goes crazy. He tries to escape, but they are faster than he can imagine. Fortunately, Blanca shows up and gets rid of them with his defense ability. The naive T cell, crying after Blanca, asks what he's doing there. He says, "My name is naive T cell, a low-rank T cell that fights germs." He asks Blanca how he came through the wall. He says just by moving. Then he mentions that the zombie cells were once normal, but got infected by a virus called the influenza virus, which causes headaches, joint pain, high fever and muscle cramping. They bind to the cell bodies and then multiply, so we have to kill them before they increase. But there is no response. Afraid, he replies, "I can't kill a virus." The zombie cells start to attack Blanca just then. Another cell appears, a macrophage that also kills germs. She comes with a hatchet, which she uses to attack the zombie, showing her strong killer ability and still remain calm. She grabs the virus and says it's a type B virus. She reports to dendritic cell, who also reports to T cell commander. The brain cells are also notified by the T cell commander, who says the T cells will be called in to help. Macrophage tells Blanca the T cells are coming soon. Hearing that, naive T cell begs her to tell them he killed one of the zombie because he might be punished by senior T cells. Killer T cells arrive and salute the macrophage for her hard work. Naive T cell tries to hide, but senior T cell catches him, and they yell at him for not doing his job right. Other white cells also join them. The zombie cells keep coming, and they drag naive T cell to kill at least one of them. The defense cell,
Make a part 2. Bye bye.
enemy return.